welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here today. Today I'm going to prepare yam porridge, and what I really need for my yam porridge is my yam over here. We need our onions, yeah, but we have two type of onions, the red one and the white one, but I'm using the white one here, but it's your choice. You can use anyone that you like. Here I'm using my garlic and my ginger, but I'm not going to use the whole one of this. I have some that I've plucked out. That's the one I'm going to use. And here I have my pepper. I have the small chili pepper and the red bell pepper. It has been washed and steamed, so that's it. And here I have my tomato. I'm not going to use the 6-pack of it. I'm only going to use the 2 out of 8. I'm going to blend them together with my pepper and my onions. And here I have my season. I call it my season Maggi. There's so much going on here, but I use it most of the time for my cooking. I have my microfish. It has been grilled. And I have my smoked turkey as well. I don't know which one to use out of the two, maybe smoked turkey or microfish, or I'm going to mix it together, but I'll see as it goes on. And here I have my Maggi. I have different type of Maggi. I have 3 different type of Maggi. Yeah, I don't know which one to use either, but as the time go, I will show you the one I use. And here I have my palm oil here. I like mixing my palm oil with my vegetable oil together, but today I don't know if I'm going to mix it together, but I might end up mixing it together. The kind of person that I easily change my mind when I'm cooking, so that's why I bring the two out to show you to you. I have my crayfish here. This is the body of the crayfish, and I have the head crayfish here. I don't know which one to use either out of the two, but if I'm using the head crayfish, I'm going to blend it with my pepper, because the head is so dangerous to eat like that. It's very sharp, and I don't know how to describe it, but I'm going to blend it with my pepper. And this is the bottle one. If I'm using this, I'm going to pour it into my my sauce while cooking, and I might end up using the two together, pouring this and blending this as well. I will show you how it goes. I have these 2 great season here. This one is from my mama cooking secrets, and this one too is seasoning powder for jollof and stew. They can't go wrong if I use it for my yam porridge as well. This one is very rich in color, and this one as well, but this one is amazing. But I don't know, it depends on my pepper. If my pepper is not really red in color, rich in color, I want that red rich in color. If it's not really rich in color, I can use one out of these two. Or if it's rich in color, then I'm okay with the color, I can leave it like that. So I just bring this out to show you that I may end up using this in my cooking. And I'm going to use my leeks. It smells like onions, but the taste is amazing. But here the only problem I have with leeks is the washing. It have sand in it. If you are not careful, you end up eating sand in your food. In between the leaves, there's sand in there. You have to wash it and rinse it very well, and be sure that there is no sand in your legs. So I'm going to blend my leeks with my red bell pepper, my hot chili pepper, 2 tomatoes, onions, my garlic, and my ginger, and some of my crayfish. So let's get started. So here I'm not going to use the greenish side of the leeks. I'm going to use this. There's no more sand. There's no more sand. There's no sand in this area. So I'm using this. I'm going to use the greenish parts for something else. So here I'm going to use my crayfish head. I'm going to blend it in it. So I finished blending my pepper. I really don't want the smooth pepper. I want the unsmooth one. I don't know if you can say it. Let me get my spoon. This is not smooth. So that is the texture that I want. And my crayfish, everything is in it. I've blended together. So I'm going to pour it in my pot. I'm using my hot pot. So here I'm using pouring my palm oil into my pan, into my hot, sorry, my pot. What happened? Is it finished? There's still more in there. So that's it. So I'm going to wait for it to get hot. I'm going to wait for it to be hot. So my oil is hot now. So I'm pouring my ground pepper in. I'm going to pour all the pepper I grind was too much for my yam. It's going to be splashing everywhere. This it was too hot for my yam. Part of my yam gets spoiled. So I'm ending up getting small porridge. So I'm going to leave my pepper to cook. Here I only use the palm oil. I've not had the vegetable oil to it. So I'm going to add just small vegetable oil to it. So that's all what I need so far. So I'm going to leave it to cook. Okay guys, my yam is not as much as I thought because some of my yam gets spoiled. Let me show it to you. Some of my yam gets spoiled, so I end up getting very small yam here. So the stew that I boiled was too much for me, so I'm going to take some out so that my porridge will not end up have much pepper. So I'll take some out of from my stew. Let me try. So I'm using my crayfish Maggi. I'm not going to use salt at all for my cooking. And I don't think I will need salt because these contain salt. Contains salt, so I'm using like 2 of the Maggi into my sauce. So I'm going to leave it to steam together so that the Maggi can dissolve. And I'm going to add one of these. I don't want to open this yet, so I'm using this. So this is how this one look like. You can see how it looks like. This for you jollof rice season, you can see how it looks like. The color doesn't look so rich. I don't know how I can explain this to you. Let me pull the second one. So they both look alike. I just want you to see the difference. They almost the same thing. So I'm going to mix them together anyway, because I don't want to waste it. You can see the color. So I'm going to put it. I'm going to finish this because they are more or less the same color. So I'm going to leave it to steam together. Then I will add my yam. So this is the color of the one I had. You can see that they're quite different. The color is different. This one is rich in red color, and this one is not rich in red color. So I'm going to pour my yam now. If at all I'm going to use salt, it's going to be so tiny. I still have much still here going on, so that one will be okay for my cooking. So I'm going to cover it now to make it. Let me taste the, yeah, it's fine. So I'm going to pour my crayfish. I blend the head and I'm pouring this. I want it to be rich. So I'm going to cook them together now. I think I'll add little water, just tiny. As you can see, our yam is cooking, but it's not yet done. You can see the richness of the color of the pepper compared to the one I have here. It's very rich in color. So it's cooking. So I'll be back with the final result. I've not had my smoked chicken. If I want to add it, I will let you see. So that's it. Thank you. As you can see, my yam is cooking. It's getting there. I'm using my spoon to cut the yam into pieces because I'm not getting that perfect yam to be. So if it's a good, I don't think this is really good yam. If it's a good yam, it's supposed to be supposed to be cooking and dissolving. I don't know how to describe it, but the yam is done. As you can see, I call this ET2. It's done, but it's not smash. It has to look a little bit smash it together. So I'm using my spoon to cut some of the yam into pieces, not all, but some of it. So our porridge is getting done. The yam I used to cook the porridge is hard yam, soft yam, not really soft, but soft yam would be better, would have been better for the porridge. But no problem, we'll get there. I think the yam I used was the dry yam. So I'm going to leave it to just steam a little bit more. So now my yam is done. So this is my smoke turkey. I debone it and I put it inside the microwave, so it gave me that then steam together, then it come to this. This is my smoke here and smoke turkey. I debone it and warm it up in the microwave. So I'm going to pour it now. And I'm going to use the two together. I'm adding my fish as well. So I've deboned my fish. I want to use the two together. You are free to use anything that you want. It's your food, it's your dish, it's yours. You can play around with it. So I'm adding this into my porridge. So I'm going to leave it to steam together. I didn't use salt at all because the season I use, I told you it contains lots of salt. So most of the time I don't use salt. I only use salt to cook my meat or my chicken. So now guys, my porridge is done. Is done. Is done. My porridge is done. As you can see, I have my fish in there. I have my smoked turkey. I have my crayfish in there, and you can see the richness of the porridge. I can't wait to. You can see the richness of my porridge. It's done. I end up not adding salt because the Maggi, let me show it to you again. My seasoned Maggi has lots of salt in it. So whenever I'm cooking, I'm so conscious of my salt. At the end, that's when I used to add salt, and I've tasted it now. The salt in there is okay, it's fine. So I end up not using my salt. I'm going to pour it back. So that's it. Thank you so much. That's my porridge yam, my yam porridge, whatever, porridge yam porridge, porridge now. That's my yam porridge. Thank you. That's my yam porridge. Okay guys, don't forget to share, comment, like, and press the notification button, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.